Hey y'all, what's up? Will here. I just wanted to bring you another after action review and evaluation of a clip that was captured in on my Spartanburg City Hall and Police Department audit. This person in question is this man here in this white or blue shirt, the tie, the guy with the tie.
Hey guys.
As you notice, I walk past to say, hey guys. No other. I'm just walking to the door and filming. The officer in the tie decides that's enough reasoning to follow behind me and solicit help, or solicit himself to help me. I thought soliciting was illegal.
No.
And then he asked if I have any business. Well, of course, if I'm walking into City Hall. Well, first off, do I need to explain my business to you? I don't think so. I don't believe so. You are not the judge of this. You're not. There's no gatekeeper. This is a public building. We don't have to explain why we're there. You don't have to question anybody. You're not allowed. No, you can question people, but that's a misappropriation of resources. You're not paid to question why people are going to City Hall. But thank you for your service.
Yep, this is my business.
I'm sorry?
This is my business.
Oh, if you don't have any business.
This is my business.
So he's obviously got a hearing problem or a comprehension problem. He asks what my business is, and I motion to my camera and I say, this is my business. And he then says, well, if you don't have any business, what are you talking about? I literally just told you that this was my business. How can you sit here and make the assumption that I don't have a business? Now, plainclothes officer, is this a detective, an investigator? Does he not understand what English response is? I mean, is there a bit of comprehension problem? I don't understand. When you ask a question, you get an answer, and then it's like you deny that you even heard that answer. What are you doing? What? It boggles my mind.
This is a public area. I'm allowed to video in here.
Oh,
But how are you today?
I'm doing well.
You know where the records desk is?
Records is at the front of City Hall. Or beside the City Hall. Police Department, like we take it.
Oh, no. Okay, it's that little. Gotcha.
It's worthwhile to be mentioning he has still followed me all the way through City Hall. He decided to follow me from outside, inside, badger me with questions, and then follow me through the City Hall. I don't know why I need an escort of someone that can't even understand a simple question. A question is asked, a question is answered, and then he even denies that answer. So, it was a severe comprehension problem, or maybe it's just a lack of respect. Either one, it's disgraceful to the uniform and to the person who you're serving. I'm your boss.
Are you looking for anything in particular?
Just look.
Are you looking for anything in particular?
Looking around a public building.
Looking around.
Yes, sir.
You looking for anything in particular? I'm looking around a public building. So then what, he's a parrot? I'm looking around a public building. He has to say it again. What level of intelligence does this take? Denying answers that I give him and then parroting the answers. Why follow me? You have no jurisdiction over me. There's no suspicion of me. You're wasting your time. You're wasting my taxpayer money. And you're being disrespectful.
You know what? You actually can help me with something. I had something I love to ask, love to talk about. We talk about it on my social media, and my friends all have different opinions.
I can't talk to the media.
Wait, I can't talk to the media? You walk up to somebody who's filming on there, on a camera, on a production camera, and you say, I can't talk to the media. What?
Well, you're talking to me. I'm holding the camera. I'm a media.
That's what I'm saying.
Well,
We have a policy that we can't talk.
yeah, I'm not.
If you have a policy where you can't talk to a media, why can't you leave me alone? Why are you sitting here badgering me? You've been doing nothing but talking this entire time and following me. Obviously, you don't follow your policy. Or you don't understand your policy, just like you didn't understand the simple responses that I gave.
No, I said social media. Basically, it's just a question. Which do you think is more dangerous, driving 5 miles an hour under the speed limit or 5 miles an hour over the speed limit?
I don't have an opinion on that. So when asked what's safer, following the law or breaking the law, a law enforcement officer does not have an opinion. They can't sit here and tell you that it is safer to follow the law than it is to break the law. Tell me, what kind of protection of the citizens is that? It's a disgrace, and that's a view that's taken by too many law enforcement agents. The inability to back up public safety with fact.
See, it's bizarre in this society that it's not automatically known and talked about that 5 miles an hour over is more dangerous. Because it is reaction time, braking distance, just speeding just kills more people. But the way society's gotten is like, if you're not doing, because the speed limit, like if the speed limit says 55, if you're not doing 55, people are pissed at you. If you're doing 50, oh, he's doing something bad. But really, it's everybody going 55 and over, like 55, 60, 65 that are the dangerous ones on the road. And that's not talked about. It's not, that should be, especially by law enforcement, that should be, nope, the most dangerous is speeding. And people say like, oh, if you're not going the speed limit, you're dangerous. Well, no, speed limit's just the max you can go. It's not like you have to go this speed. You know what I mean? So society's got a big disconnect from safety. And then on top of that, you got everybody on cell phones. So if anything, I'd want people to go slower. Because cell phones, you got distracted drivers, all kinds of stuff. How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Doing good. Records desk is right here, right?
Yeah, right down there to the right. You out that door?
Yeah.
This gentleman right here. So obviously, he thinks high enough of himself to wear a tie and some nice slacks and a nice dress shirt. But he doesn't think high enough of citizens under his jurisdiction to say that driving faster is more dangerous. Breaking the law is more dangerous. How can you not take a defensive stance and defend everybody around you, defend your family members, defend your children, defend the people in your precinct, under your jurisdiction, and say, yes, driving faster is more safe. This gentleman has such a problem that he doesn't think he can talk to the media, but yet he sits there and follows someone with a video camera and talks with them nonstop. Follows them when it's unneeded. I don't need any help. No, thank you. And then just follows them through the entire city hall. For what reason? You didn't want to help me. You didn't want to answer anything. The answers I gave you, you just dismissed. And it's like I didn't have any business there. Sir, I'm not there for you. You are not the gatekeeper. You are not in charge of anyone. You do not hold the golden key to these public areas. You are not the troll at the bridge of City Hall. You may be a troll. You're definitely trolling behind me. But you hold no authority over that. We do not have to satisfy you for anything, and maybe you will learn that. But you look like a fool. You sound like a fool. You have no opinion because you are a fool. Because any law enforcement officer of any caliber would know and would be able to state that there is more fatal accidents with speed. There is more danger with speed. If you don't come to grips with that, then you are just being unrealistic, and I question how you got that shield. It wasn't from intelligence. It wasn't from education. So guys, thanks for joining with me. This was another after action review of this audit. And what I think is despicable actions of this gentleman. You're not paid to stalk citizens who have done nothing. You're not a babysitter. You're wasting my money. You're wasting my time. Yeah, it's my money. I pay you. So, you could have at least had an opinion. You could have at least had public safety at heart. It's shameful that you don't have enough courage to stand up for and have the opinion of a law enforcement officer that backs up the safety of citizens. You're shameful. I hope you see this video, and I hope you see how much of a fool that you are. William, out. Thanks guys. Appreciate it. Love all the comments.